The sun had not risen for 3 days in the heart of Ezia. Smoke still covered the sky. The smell of burnt homes and blood filled the earth. The once lively market was quiet. Broken calabashes, fallen spears, and blackened walls told the story of a kingdom that once lived and died in one night. Somto sat beside his father's grave, his face covered with dust and tears. He had not eaten, he had not spoken. The only word that left his mouth were whispered to the wind. Father, I failed you, but I will not fail your memory. He looked at the broken crown beside him, half melted by fire. It was the only thing left from the royal palace. He picked it up and held it tight to his chest. That was the moment something changed in him. The gentle prince, who once loved peace, began to carry the fire of vengeance in his heart. When night fell, Somto left what was left of the palace and walked into the forest. He didn't know where to go, but something in his heart led him deeper into the dark. The moon followed him like a quiet friend. Hours passed, then he heard a voice, old, cracked and calm. Why does the son of a king walk alone in the forest of spirits? Somto turned. An old woman stood before him, her eyes white like cloud. Her back was bent, but her presence felt powerful. Mother, Somto said softly, I am lost. My kingdom is gone. My father is dead. I have nothing left. The old woman smiled sadly. You have something left, young prince. Your name carry power. She led him to a small hut made of mud and palm leaf. Inside, a pot boiled slowly on firewood. Strange drawing covered the wall, and the air smelled of herbs and mystery. The woman introduced herself as Mama Ijeoma, the oldest seer in the 7 years. People said she spoke with spirits and walked with the wind. She looked into the fire and said, Your kingdom fell because of trust, but it shall rise again through pain. You will rebuild Ezia, but first you must face the one who destroyed it. Somto's fist tightened. The traveler, he whispered. Mama Ijeoma nodded slowly. Yes, but he is no ordinary man. His name is Ubanachi, the shadow of Ubimadu. He carries the mark of descent. Only one thing can end him, the blade of truth, hidden in the cave of echoes. The next morning, Somto began his journey to find the blade. The cave of echoes was said to lie beyond the river Umuri, a place no man entered and returned alive. White spirit guided it. For 3 days, he walked through thorns and hunger. He crossed streams and slept under trees. Each night, he heard whispers, voices calling his name from the shadows, but he did not stop. When he reached the cave, a cold wind blew from inside. It sounded like 1,000 souls crying at once. He stepped in slowly. His touch shocked his hand. Who enters the cave of truth? A deep voice thundered. Somto knelt. I am Somto, son of King Obieze of Ezia. I come to seek the blade of truth, to avenge my people. The cave rumbled. The voice replied, Only those who can face their guilt may hold the blade. Then before he appeared a vision, the traveler smiling. You trusted me, Somto. The vision said, Your own hands opened the gates to your father's death. Somto fell to the ground, shaking. Tears filled his eyes. I was fooled, he cried, but I will not run from my guilt. I will carry it and turn it into strength. The cave went silent, then light filled the chamber. From the center rose a sword, silver and shining with strange marks on it. Somto took it, and as he did, he felt a force entered his body. The blade whispered, Speak only the truth, fight only for justice. He bowed his head. I will. Months passed. The news spread across the lands that the last prince of Ezia still lived. Some mocked him, some feared him, but none knew where he was. Meanwhile, Ubimadu celebrated his victory on his grand palace. He drank palm wine and danced, saying, Ezia is no more, their king is gone. their prince is dead. But that night, a messenger ran into the hall trembling. "My lord," he cried, "something strange is happening. Villagers that once bound to us are rising. Warriors carrying the symbols of Ezia attacked at night and vanished like spirits." Obimadu's face darkened. "Find who leads them," he shouted. But before the man could answer, the doors burst open. A tall figure stepped in, wearing a black hood. His sword gleamed under the firelight. "It was Somto. You destroyed my father," he said calmly. "Now I have come for you." Obimadu laughed. "You? The lost boy? You are too late." He clapped his hand, and from the shadow stepped the traveler, Ubanachi, alive and smiling. "Hello, my prince," Ubanachi said coldly. "Did you miss me?" Somto's eye burned with rage. "I trusted you once. That was my mistake. But today, truth stands with me." The two faced each other, and air grew thick. The ground shook as they clashed. Sword against sword, fire against fury. Sparks flew. The sound echoed through the palace wall. Ubanachi fought like a demon, fast and cruel, but Somto fought with purpose. Each strike filled with pain and love for his father. At last, Somto disarmed him. Ubanachi fell to his knees, breathing heavily. "You will kill me now?" he sneered. Somto raised his blade. "No," he said softly. "The truth will." He pressed the sword against the man's chest. The blade groaned, and suddenly Ubanachi screamed. His truth form appeared, half man, half shadow. His body dissolved into black smoke that vanished into the air. The all fell silent. Obimadu stared in fear. "Who are you?" he whispered. Somto turned to him. "I am the son of the man you betrayed. I am the last prince of Ezia." He walked toward the throne, raised the blade high, and struck the ground. The floor cracked, and a beam of light shot upward. The spirit of Ezia rose. Warriors, elders, and King Obieze himself. "My son," the spirit king said with pride, "you have done well. The kingdom shall live again." And with that, the palace of Obimadu began to fall apart like sand in the wind. Somto walked out as the sun finally rose after many months of darkness. Somto returned home. The people gathered around him, weak, broken, but hopeful. He raised the blade of truth and said, "No more deceit, no more greed. We will rebuild, not for power, but for peace." The people shouted his name. "Somto, Somto." Ezia lived again. He built a new palace, smaller but stronger. He welcomed travelers, but this time he asked questions before trusting anyone. Years later, people would sit around fires and tell stories of the prince who lost everything but rose again. The prince who fought darkness not with hate but with truth. And whenever the wind blew through the hills, it carries a whisper. The blood of Ezia never dies. From ashes to dawn, the prince rose again, but peace never lasts forever. A new danger waits beyond the east. The Last Prince of Ezia Kingdom Part 3 coming soon. Like, share and follow for more stories from Emzzy Tales. Every story has a heartbeat.